Hi friends, I hope that everybody's doing well. Before we get into the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. What it looks like is that there's some process that you're working through right now when it comes to you and even how you're collaborating with other people, and there's a sense of needing to like even maybe filter the topics that you're focusing on. This can be too if you're in a space of like gathering information, collecting information, or working with other people. Picking and choosing which information out of that is going to be valuable, is going to be like relevant to what you're doing. Using your discernment when it comes to what it is that you're taking in, what it is that you're taking on, what it is that you're absorbing. So as not to be a sponge without boundaries. Okay, so we're starting off with the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles and the Death card. This looks like a goal that you may have priorly had is evolving in some way, is changing. Can also be the notion too that like what you had been holding valuable before, or what you had even been like, you know what, this is going to be the end game for me, like that is the thing that I'm reaching for, or this is a really important thing for me now, that may be going through some development right now. Something that maybe you thought was very important before, it may not seem so important because there are other things that are coming to the forefront, taking more precedence. I'm seeing a really beautiful, it looks like a mix between dark green and dark blue. Actually, it's kind of like this color, but a little bit more green with the Death card. I'm hearing the word firmament. This has spiritual implications. Yeah, something really big is changing for you. I feel like these big goals or these certain things that you had been going after before that you saw as being important, or even like recognizing certain things before as where you were trying to get to destination wise, this is changing now. And it's because you are changing as a person. It's because you're evolving as a person. And it looks like there's more of a chance that you are taking within this new place that you're finding yourself in. To have the Death card and also the Fool next to one another, this is like coming out on the other side of something, going through a process. I'm hearing withdrawal, but I'm not seeing this, I'm not seeing the connotation be strictly withdrawing necessarily from a substance. I'm seeing this be like an energetic withdrawal that's happening, you know, like a purging of the system even. To have the Death card, which is about like your personal evolution, it's about going through something that you feel like changes you in a way where you're peeling back the layers, where you're shedding your skin. And then to have the Fool next to it, it talks about like a new chapter that maybe you're not so familiar with, taking a chance on these changes that you're moving through, even like moving around goals that you had, prioritizing other things that you hadn't been prioritizing before, and even the way that you're looking at physically, I'm hearing the word austerity, even the way that you're looking physically at goals that you have, of what symbolizes what to you, that may be changing as well. So before, for example, you could have been in a space where it was very much about like how much money you would make doing XYZ, or like how much somebody else could benefit you by bringing those resources into your life, or like what this person could do for you, you know, very much in that space of like, what can I do and what can be done for me? And then moving into like even a more spiritual element for you with the death card, which symbolizes Scorpio, and the Fool is Uranus energy. So it's taking on like a more spiritual, a more energetic understanding of even the way that you're living your life and what it is that you're going about. I'm seeing this be a change for you. You could have been very, very focused on like physically, because pentacles are physically what's around us. You could have been very focused on like physically in the 3D, what you were associating goals with and all of that. And now there's more of a calling for you to reach out and touch something higher, for you to find that place within yourself, even if it feels somewhat unfamiliar to you, at least within this lifetime. This can also be like straying from what you had like normally been doing, like straying from routine, switching things up a bit as well with the Fool. It looks like somebody, something that you, energies that you've been periodically working with, that like the work is not even close to being finished, but I'm seeing you like very much in the midst of like something has been happening, something is carrying on. It seems like this is furthering even where you have been, finding yourself in the midst of something. And I'm not seeing it just be you in solo energy. I'm seeing there be other energies that you've been working with, collaborating with, learning from. About how it all works, about how it all goes together, about harmonically how it's all connected. This is also about bringing like more harmony into your life in general, with the way that like you are touching life, and also the connections that you have with the people around you as well. A lot that you're taking away from this, especially because like with the Fool, it's also about like really opening ourselves up and being perceptive to what's around us, rather than staying like stagnant within our judgments of like, that's not possible, or like, I don't normally do that, whatever this is. It's about like breaking out of that completely, to allow your mind to expand, to allow your astral body to expand. This reminds me even of configuring individual notes, and it's going to all, like when it is played consecutively, it is going to play an entire piece. But right now there's a notion of like focusing on individual notes, but they all have the same, there's a motif, there's a theme, there's a way that they are all connected. I'm seeing a focus on 4s here. Seeing at time it may be not the easiest thing to kind of like wrangle these individual pieces together, but I'm seeing it definitely be something that you're capable of doing. I'm hearing strength in numbers and also strength in plan. This is also something that looks like it's constantly ever evolving as well. To be in this place where there is a commitment to the truth and moving in flow with that, rather than to consistency when it is out of alignment with truth. It looks to me like a choice that's being made, where you could have kept things with more of a focus on what felt safe within the 3D. It reminds me of like making the choice to either stay in what we're comfortable with, like our south node, versus going towards our north node and pursuing it actively, is what I'm seeing here. Which means also that that will look different for each of us as well. I'm hearing depending on our keynotes. I'm seeing this be like aspects within our birth chart. I'm hearing plan as much as you can and be okay with the rest. Because this place that you're in right now may feel very unfamiliar, you may be in a land that feels ever shifting, ever changing because of like how quickly you're growing and how big the changes are that you're making for yourself, even the ways that you're expanding spiritually. I'm seeing the Scorpio energy be very prominent here. This is about being in a space where when it comes to you being able to like figure certain things out or to plan certain things, to do what you can, and then where you hit a barrier because there are certain things that you're not able to plan around, or you just have to kind of surrender to what's going on when it comes to information that you don't have yet, things that are still unknown, all of that. It's about like letting go within those places. So doing what you can and being okay where there isn't something to do except sit with it, to relax into it. I'm also seeing there's something here about connecting with, I don't think that this is necessarily one other person, although for some of you it can be. There's a focus on connecting with others, and it doesn't always have to be physical people either. Connecting with others that you are meant to be connecting with others that, I'm hearing something about the same origin story. These people would be soulmates in a way. Soul, family, whatever you want to deem it as. The way that you are going to, I'm hearing Syndicate, the way that you are going to connect with these people is by shining your light in the most authentic way possible. The more like yourself you are, the more you are allowing yourself to be recognized as that, and allowing others that are in connection with that part of themselves to then connect with you. I'm hearing offstring. I'm also hearing offspring. It seems too like something is under development when it comes to you and like what it is that you're working on, energy that you're stepping into, the way that you're empowering yourself. But I'm seeing it be like the more and more authentic you are, the more honest you are, the more you're like getting vulnerable and allowing yourself to be seen, the more like even your, I'm hearing energetic power, the more it gets strengthened. So it's kind of like a Wi-Fi signal is the best way that I can explain this. Energetically, that is like pumping off of you, that is coming from you. And the more close you are to internally what's going on with you in an authentic way, in a light way, where you are bringing like the most consciousness to yourself, the more you're able to like be giving off that energy, and the stronger the signal is going to be. So other people that are already looking for it are going to be connecting with it, is what I'm seeing. But this also comes with a risk too, because you are putting yourself in a space that feels vulnerable, because like maybe you don't have other people right now around you that you can connect with like this. To have the Uranus energy with the Scorpio energy, and then to also have the Gemini here, Gemini is about Mercury. It's about communication. We have the Strength card here too, which is about like the undoing of being yourself and getting into a space where you are connecting with like your willpower and also your choice to express yourself as you are. With the Uranus energy, it's like you as an individual, who you feel you are in your most authentic energy, and like not stopping yourself, not dimming your light from shining. And the Scorpio energy is the shedding for you to get to that place. We kind of did that a little bit backwards, but that is essentially where we're going with all of this. The strength to initiate change, the courage to initiate change, to surrender to it, and to allow yourself to go through this process of development, to come into the most authentic you, so you can also connect with others that are in that space, and having the strength to recognize, I feel most at harmony with myself when I'm in this space where I'm being true to myself, where I'm being honest. And because I feel that harmony with myself, it is also going to allow me to connect with others that are in that space too. Because there is going to be a frequency that connects all of you. All of you, all of us. And that is what is being created. That is what's being manifested here. Even learning how to do this, it's like once you find the harmonic rhythm within yourself, it allows you to then expand energetically because you found that harmony. It's like finding the right rhythm within yourself to play that note. And once you do, it ends up being like echoed out so other people can hear it and connect with it. I'm hearing so other people know that you're there. And the people that have found that within themselves are going to be connecting with it. It's something that is collectively ingrained within each of us. And when we access that, we can also tell when another person is accessing that as well. And that's how we connect with it. It's something that is felt. I'm seeing you really thinking about the long term here for you and what it is that you're doing. I'm seeing there also be strategy and a lot of forethought to what this is that you're doing and what energies these are that you're attracting to you. And this doesn't just have to be people either. People can absolutely be included. This is also about what it is activity-wise that you're involved in. Anything that you're attracting into your life, which means like the stuff that you're pursuing as well. Interests, hobbies, what you're reading, all of that. What you are connecting with energetically. And it seems like there are more and more energies that are connecting with you and that are attracted to you. I'm seeing too that if one decides to like cower away and not take this chance, there's going to be much less of an opportunity to be like connecting with these particular people that feel very significant. I'm hearing birthmark and I'm also hearing birthplace. So these people that you're connecting with, these people that are gathering around you energetically, I'm seeing that you are working with them for like a bigger purpose. This is connected with what you're doing here, why you're here, what you came here to do. And it even seems that because there's something that you have initiated individually on your own, now that it is like picking up speed, now that it's gaining speed when it does gain speed, depending on where you are within the timeline, more and more people come around. And then you have, I'm seeing with the Lovers and the Magician, it's like this. The more people that you have focus on a particular goal, a common goal, the more powerful that manifestation, the efficacy of that manifestation becomes. If you have one person, they're going to be in charge of like taking the steps necessary for a manifestation. The more people you have are like the stronger reinforced the energy is when you are all working on something together. It's why you see like prayer circles and stuff like that, or where there are like groups of people that gather like all for the same cause. It's the same type of thing. So when it comes to what this is that you are making, what this is that you are creating, and I'm seeing this be like on a collective scale here with the Lovers and the Magician and the Emperor. I'm seeing this be like for a bigger sense of purpose, and I'm also seeing people that are like on the same wave as you, that are manifesting from the same place, where there's this common goal of what this Emperor is for you, and I'm seeing people that you're working together. It may not always be easy to work with everybody. Everybody is going to kind of be like bringing their own energy in, and that's also what makes this beautiful as well, because it's like a mosaic of energies that are part of something bigger. And I'm seeing what looks like a project with a common goal that is now being focused on. I'm hearing in less words. So maybe this is also something that is more so felt than explicitly articulated, even though at times it may be. I'm seeing something that it's like you get the directions through an intuitive guide rather than, I'm hearing a rap sheet, rather than something physically that you're reading off of, you know? And that's also what makes this so incredible too, because the way that this is delivered and transferred to people, because there's not something tangibly that someone's like flipping through the pages of, it's like the key is within you and the key is within the other people, and there are certain words and even things that will be communicated in the ways that they are, that if another person is not on that vibration, if they are not tuned into the channel, the frequency, it's not going to have any significance for them. It's kind of like a secret language or a secret code that is felt and that is known to those that are on that channel. So as not to allow anyone with malintent to have access to affecting this. Which also means the parts of ourselves too, right? Because all of it is us. It's something that is untouched. Unless you are on that frequency. It reminds me of, in Harry Potter, that purple stone that he has, like, people can only have it if their intentions are pure. And so that's like the whole trope of it. You can't have it unless your intentions are pure and you plan to, I don't know, do with it whatever it's okay with. I don't remember exactly, but that's basically what I'm seeing here. The only way that a person can access this is if their intentions are pure, otherwise it's inaccessible to them. And I'm seeing this be a tuning in type of thing. You can only get to that place if, like, spiritually you have ascended to that space energetically. And then you have All access is what I'm hearing. I'm seeing access be written out here. I'm seeing there also be choices that are being weighed out too. When it comes to, like, what's the right path, what's the right vision, figuring out the difference between the Seven of Swords, which its basis is in, like, fear and not wanting to be seen. It's doing things that one doesn't feel... The Seven of Swords is about stuff that is out of alignment, and one even subconsciously recognizes that it's out of alignment, so they don't want it to be seen. So it's, like, the things that are hidden... the things that people do that, like, they don't want discovered, not wanting to be seen, all of that. And then I'm seeing that also be balanced with the Ace of Cups, which is the opposite of that. The Ace of Cups is wanting to be seen. It's wanting to connect. It is wanting to put yourself out there in a way where you are, like, allowing other people to see you, and because, like, you're holding that space for yourself, it allows other people to, like, as much as they allow themselves to see you, as much as they've accessed that within themselves. And I'm seeing this be connected with the Star here, which is about, like, the purity of our journey and our dreams and the visions that we're holding on to, and also the collective in general with the 11th house. I'm also hearing collective esteem. So even though this is happening as well on a collective level of, like, certain people working with other people and all of that, I'm also seeing this something within you that you're working with, like working with your shadow aspects as well, and figuring out how to transmute that from a place of love and from a place of integrity as well, and from a place of purity, cleansing, healing energy, seeing the light, all of that. I'm seeing immense progress that you've made with this too, with finding yourself, with connecting with your bigger purpose dharmically. I will say this as well, all of us are meant to have... if all of us had the same exact path, it would just be, like, one person in this world, and that's it, because that's how in alignment everyone would be. Everybody has their individual process, their individual progress, their different roles that they're playing as well, and it all intertwines with one another to, like, form a bigger collective, to form a bigger picture. And, like, each of our journeys and purposes are just as important as the next. There's a sense of equality, even though they may not look the same. So this person may be a painter, like, this other person may be, like, picking up garbage. This person may be an activist. That person may be, like, alone in a cave over there. All of them are just as important. It's not meant to all be exactly the same. And that is what the dharmic path is. It's about, like, honoring your nature and what you came here to do individually. The thing is as well that before we awaken, before we go through a spiritual awakening, we're doing an activity, right? And then afterwards, we may still be doing that activity. It's just about bringing as much consciousness to it, bringing as much light to it. Some people do go through, like, a whole career shift and whatnot, and that is part of their path. Some people don't, and it's just about, like, bringing as much authenticity and light and consciousness and love into what it is that you're doing, no matter what. Like, that is the change that happens. Allowing whatever you do to be used in whatever position that you're in, whether this be, like, in whatever roles that you play, whatever you're participating in, a job, a title, a role, whatever it is, allowing that to be your personal vehicle to enlightenment. Okay, so I'm looking at Scorpio, Uranus, Leo, Gemini, Mercury, Aries, and Aquarius. More than anything, we are going into the subconscious collective space, even the collective unconscious energy, and pulling things out of there. I'm seeing there be a big focus on like meditation / altered state of consciousness and the 12th house, and about like pulling things up from there. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.